All right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome aboard, everybody. Mark Miller, Right Line Trading. How's it going out there? Everybody good? Everybody ready to rock and roll? Joe, good morning. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. How's the trading looking in your area there, Joe? Trying to make a little money, have a little fun here today. We got the AI Auto Trader here and the Heikenaichi Trend Tracker. I've got my chart up here, the NQ, looking at the NQ right here. I'm trading the sniper. Trading a sniper through the trade copier into my Apex Trader funding account. So I'm down about 350 on the trade right now. Took a short trade here. We had a pretty big drop in the market. We were running about 29.6 earlier this morning. Lost about 300 or 400 points already. It's clawing back though right now. We'll see. Hey, Brandy, good morning. How's the system running? We got our human accounts about ready to roll out. I can roll them here today. I've got my human account here running. I'm at 710. Took a loser on that trade right there. We got the market about ready to open. Here we go. And we got the bell about ready to rock and roll. I'm going to open my, I'm a little late. Open my TD Ameritrade account. Or no, Thinkorswim. Different company. Thinkorswim, baby. Thinkorswim, where you at? Thinkorswim has a really cool bell at 9:30 or 4 o'clock that goes off. All right, market's clawing back here. Missed it. All right, great. Yeah, no, there's a lot to this thing. There's this dashboard adds a little bit of complexity, but also over time, hopefully, it'll get a little easier. You can start using this strategy settings tab and enable them all, disable them all. That helps. And then stealing other people's strategies when you see them pop up here. All right, Sven. Good morning, Alejandro. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We got a wild ride in the market here today, so looking forward to it, man. We had one heck of a rundown. I don't have enough bars on the chart here to show you. I just one trick I do for lag time. So it's very critical that all of us have this lag timer. It's a numbers up here that you can't even see right now, which is good. When the data lag gets too high, it'll turn red up here at the very top of my right hand of my chart. But one of the things that I do to really help reduce it, and your guys' system should come pre-configured like this already, but I'll show you going to data series right here. To get to that, you right mouse click. So it's a right mouse click, not left. You right mouse click on the chart. When you right mouse click, it'll bring up open this dialog box. And the one that I use is this data series right here. It's really important that I reduce the amount of bars. Actually, some of them come in as days, comes in as days. And what that's doing is loading all those candles. It'll load all those candles back for, yeah, I think it comes in as default as 3 days. So that's a significant amount of bars to build 3 days on the NQ, especially like the M&Q. That's really long. So that'll bog down the system. So I always I keep it usually around 300 bars, but I've had some major lag with Rhythmic here the last few days, so I've reduced it down to 200 bars now. And today I'm running data communication wise. I'm running two prop firms. I have For configuration for data, I've got Apex right now, which is the rhythmic one, and I'm also running my funded futures. So I've got two data streams hooked up to this computer, two different prop firms, and we're in a trade here. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened? Huh. Wonder why my huh. Huh. Did have the sniper on the trade copier, and I actually took a trade already. I'm not sure why it jumped out. Huh. Figures they don't get to show off a winning trade here and get to show off the loser. What the heck? Huh. Anyway, my trade copier was loaded up, and hmm, I have to keep my eye on it. So yeah, I'm using a trade copier to pass through. The sniper was running hot here for me. Um, my actually best strategy on my computer was my mean reversion, but we were losing a lot of ground there, so that one gets eaten up eventually. So I switched it just to the sniper. Well, the market was moving, trending really heavy. So, and a sniper trade here. Holy moly, what's going on? Woo! All right, this data lag's got me down in the dumpster here. Hmm. Sheesh. Let the market settle down for a second here. Hmm. Market's clawing its way back up. That's nice. I got a nice big fat stack in my 401k that's been bleeding last 2 days. But we'll see if we can climb back up there to the 30,000 number again. When you're getting ready to retire, you start paying closer attention to that number. I've got some funded accounts here that I wanna try to use and see if we can use our best bot technology, and I'll show you how to scale down this guy. So I've got these funded ones here, and really the goal for these for a day is like 3 to 500. So the way I go after that is I set my profit targets here to 500 and 500 for the loss, and I'll run about two contracts on the best spot. So right now the RJ Star is the lead dog, and one big mini contract is $750. That's too heavy duty for me. You divide that by 10, so one micro contract. Ah, let's see here. So one micro contract is 75 bucks of risk. So doing two is $150 of risk per trade. So I can take so if I did $600, that would be four losers in a row. So it'll take about 3.5 losers in a row before it trips out if the RJ Star continues to be the lead dog here. But as we know, it'll flip around if another strategy starts to beat it. So I'll do 2 contracts on the M and Q. So I'm going to go change this to, instead of the NQ, we'll go down here to the M and Q. So get this queued up with the M and Q, something a little more manageable for a funded account. For me, on a regular evaluation account, I go right for the big dogs. But once you get to the funded stage, I always go down to the M and Qs and take a few more swings with it. So I'm going to use two micro contracts here, and we'll be up and running. Going to set these a few funded accounts to work here. So I set this to the M and Q, and now I go to the best bot, and the best bot's trading the M and Q, and we'll run a few trades here. If I lose a couple, then I'll take them away. But the next, wow, we got some nice ES strategies here. Look at this early bird, man. It made 2 winners. It looks like scalpers up, money makers up, ES is up big time. ES is the one to trade here. My other winners are let's go look at my leaderboard. RJ Star is my leader right now. My early bird's my number 2, the ES scalper. And then we got a Hikinachi trend tracker, best bot here. All right, so let's go see. Make sure this thing's all dialed in correctly here. It all looks good to me. So the next RJ trade, RJ Star on the NQ, M and Q. I'm gonna flip this over. Watch the best spot here. All right, let's see if we can make some money, have some fun here. Let's go look at the big board. Who's pulling in the lead dog here? Looks like Sven is. Sven, right there you are, Alejandro. And numero uno with his old Steven here. Steven bot. Is your bot done trading? I guess probably at 5,000. At 5,000, they shut off. They used to. So he probably still has this one programmed at 5,000 to shut off. So it's probably done trading for the day. Is it done for the day, Sven? Everybody has 3 or 4 names. Brandy, you're the lone ranger. Me and you are the only ones. We're the originals. Everybody else uses other names. They use 3 or 4 names. So an email address is always usually a little different anyway. But so we get an email address, we get a name on YouTube, which is different, live streaming, and then we get a different name in Discord. So we got a different name in Discord, and then usually someone has a real name, and we do get to see those real names sometimes when they put an order in. But it's always funny. It's always funny to try to put a name with a face, and I was big at that. I was usually really good at that. Everywhere I've been really good at names and faces, but this is just a little too much for me. All right, Rory Powers. Good morning. Um, yeah, trying to remember. I know Alejandro now is Sven. That's his alias. You gotta watch these people on the internet. Okay, I took a little bit of a loser there, about a break-even trade. Came down hard. It should have been a break-even trade, but I got what they call slippage in trading here on the futures. That's called slippage. Actually, the stop moved up to 2 ticks in the positive, but price was coming down so hard that I didn't get filled right away, and I lost a couple of ticks there. All right, Dan, good morning. Good to see you. Oh yeah, it's impossible. Okay, I'm going long now. Got the RJ star is what my bot's running here, my best bot. RJ star is going north. Trying to push up here. Had one heck of a drop here today. Early this morning. Thought the bottom fell out. And we're clawing back up now. The old NQ's running about 29,450. Right on the dot. See if we can get some big banks back in here buying this thing up. All the retail traders were dropping it like it was hot this morning. Started about 6 o'clock and it was dropping quickly. The real money steps in at 9:30. It's when you start to see what direction the market's really heading in. Trade's getting a little weak on me. Ooh, come on, baby. Hold on. We're running 420. Oh, bummer. Taking a whooping here today. Hey, Mike, good morning. Good to see you. I do have my funded futures. I saw something pop up when I just grabbed the username and password. What's the new club all about? You know what? I'm not doing good trading. Might as well go do some research. Let's go see. I'm not a robot. Builder. Mm. You know what? When mine comes up, Mike, it comes up with this. I thought this is what it was that you were talking about, but this is something a little different. This one says builder. Claim your offer. Hmm. Not seeing the club thing pop up right away. All right, we found a little bit of a floor for a second here. See if we can hold on. This market wants to drop really, really bad, significantly. It's got a hair trigger this morning. Phew. Took another long trade. Hmm. Close the door on it. That's what I thought. My mean reversion took over the lead dog. So I'm now trading the not my best bot's trading the mean reversion now. So mean reversion means that just when you think the trend's going down, the bot says, "No, let me try to go the other way." And we got another break even trade there. But the mean reversion is a lead dog, and this one was my lead dog overnight. My other computer made about $4,000 on it. Mm. Oh, okay. Cool, Mike. Thank you. All right, Rue. Good morning. Good to see you. Nice to see you there. Thanks for joining us. Rue made 750 on gold. Congratulations, Rue. Way to go, brother. Let's go see what gold's doing on our leaderboard here. It's oh yeah, there's the old golden goose. Oh, Danster. Boy, look at Danster. He must have a hot PC. Look at that thing. He's got 3 of them in the top 4. Danster, if you're out there, share with us what you're running that on. All right, I got a winning trade here for now. Got a break even trade anyway. We got a break even trade here. We're trying to go north, trying to claw our way back up. So we do have some gold bots here in the leaderboard. Oh, Miller Time's got one up in here. What am I talking about? I do have an alias. It's Miller Time. That's my alias. I didn't even think about it. I do. I have a third name. Oh man, I can't get a winner. Come on, baby. Got some close ones. Sitting at 150 in the hole. Oh. This is you on the 30 range, huh, Dan? Okay, so this is his 30 range golden goose. That's an old throwback legacy strategy. If anybody wants that, obviously you can get it here now, really easy. Just put that, hit the view settings. I already have it, I think. Let's see. No, I don't. My settings are a little different. Yeah, mine are a little different. So I can load these settings and steal them off the old Danster. Dan Mack. Thank you, Dan. He's got the winning strategy here, so I just borrowed his settings from him. Thank you. Steven's up here in the leaderboard. Let's go take a look at actually the strategy analytics. Let's go look behind the curtain here at about 100 people, 100 members now. We're getting really close right there. 100 people online here with sharing their strategy settings. Really appreciate that. Thank you. It's for the greater good. Let's go in the back end here and start to take a look. We're working on getting these out to you guys here shortly. Strategy settings and strategy analytics. Um, we're going back to Cali. Cali. Going back to Cali. Cali. Pretty soon, heading to California. Go play some golf out in the desert. Flying into Orange County and cruising out to the desert in California. My wife's a world traveler and she's been there a few times. She used to live in Orange County, she said, and I've went a couple of times with her, but this time I'm taking a couple of friends and we're going to play golf out there. Let's see here. 90834. Okay, well, we're in a trade here. We're trying to go north, clawing back one more time. See if we can claw this thing all the way back to a victory here one time. Get in the leapfrog, make a little money here. Here it comes. Come on, baby. Keep pushing up. Keep on rolling. Nope, another break even. Let's go look in the back end, see what's happening back here. Oh boy, it's a little surprise for me. So this lives in our back end of the website, and it gives us detailed information on all the information from the strategies that everybody puts in. And right now, the let me I always got to dial this thing in. So you can do window or session, and I always do session. Windows like a we can set it in a trade window, like from a certain time to a certain time. So let's go look. So today in this session, the Steven strategy is the number one, and the way it's ranking it is by by the total normalized P&L. So of these 8 results, the community has $15,000 accumulated in those accounts. Um, this is the one that's really interesting for me. It's the normalized per trade. So out of those 8 people, each trade that it took, it gained $135 per trade. Followed by the mean reversion. 10 of us have it in our top 3, and it's getting about $29 per trade. And then here's the winner chicken dinner. The AIES early bird. That thing's pulling in about $522 per trade. 7 of us have it as our top 3. The other hot one right here is the golden goose. Only 2 people are trading it though. But it's running $441 per trade. So that's the data analytics of the session so far. Not a great session. These numbers don't stand out as anywhere near the top 10 so far. Yeah, I think you did too, Mike. You're the one who brought it back to us. It's an old throwback strategy. Uh, Gold was cranking probably 2 years ago or whatever, and it probably it hems and haws like every other market. But man, we were making a bunch of money with the golden goose back in the day, and then gold got flat for a while, and it would never make money. So we took it out of the portfolio. But man, gold is back to on the move constantly now. Look at Rue. He pulls in. Shoot, hard to tell. At least $1,000 a day, it seems. Don't you, Rue? Rue's going to get on our leaderboard here real soon. We've got the human accounts coming out real soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I have one here today, and we can kind of go through what that's going to look like on your end. So now in this tab, let me go back. So the manual traded account, it will show up on this dashboard if it's one of your top 3 accounts, and it shows up a little different. Let's see if there's any here. Guess I don't have any up here yet. Let's try to get a human account up here so you can see what it looks like. But it'll show, instead of strategy, it'll show human. And it'll be right inside of here. It's always going to be called human, so it's not anything that you can adjust, but it tells you kind of the rules. The way we're going to start them out is give them a balance of $5,000, so that If you lose $5,000, it's out. And it'll reset every day. So it's a good demo to learn how to trade. You can take that human account and try to manually trade it and see how you do. And if you do well enough, you'll show up on the leaderboard here. I want to congratulate old Sergio Luque Rodriguez. Yesterday, he pulled a rabbit out of his hat and beat all the bots. You got to watch out for Sergio, though. He's a developer, so he knows this thing inside and out. When I told him, amazing, good job, he's like, "It was nothing. It was nothing." I said, "What?" I said, "Dude, don't tell me that." He says, "No, I got lucky. I picked a long, and the market went up like crazy right away." And I was like, "Man, shit. Can you do that again?" Can you do it again, Sergio? Come on. So he won the competition yesterday. So we've changed the name of the tabs a little bit. The tab for your live P&L right here will be called My PC's P&L, so that you know exactly which one your PC's P&L is. And then we renamed the other one to Community P&L because we're going to start to get people who are not in our who are not members joining. It's going to be like a lead magnet, we call it. We're going to give away the dashboard. Giving away the dashboard here. We're going to give them the Community P&L tab. They'll get their My PC P&L tab, and they'll get the journal, the trade journal. So they'll be able to see all their trades that they make. So we're going to give that away free. See if we can get some new members to join us here over time, so they can jump in the ring with us. Wonder why, Dan, not getting the bias to show up on the chart, huh? All right, Riza. Yeah, it's coming to you real soon. We're right in the final stretch after I'm done with live stream, and I'm gonna test it a little bit more, do a few more trickaroos to make sure that people don't, do too many tricks to make it look. There's always scammers out there, man. I tell you, it's amazing. I had no idea until I didn't do much social media and stuff before buying this business. And man, once I bought it, I was like, holy moly, watch out. We have someone in our chat today. It's like every day, every day online, there's all these trolls running around, got nothing better to do, I guess. It's strange. I had more shit to do than I could handle. Some people don't have enough to do. They want to go mess with other people. It's strange. So anyway, we'll try to test all those scammer moves out and see if we can weed them out before we release it. But it should be coming out real soon. I really appreciate that. Thank you. We've been working on it. I tell you, Sergio messed with me the other day. In fact, we have a new, we put it up here now. So we have versions. People have been asking us, hey, what version are you on? It's always been, we've always kept our URL up to date. So the URL are basically where you download the files. They're always up to date. We always just put the new file in there. And then when people click on it, it then loads the new latest and greatest. But now we have the version identified over here. But we're on the 83rd. Our dashboard, we're on the 83rd revision. And we only started this dashboard probably, I don't even know, maybe 6 months ago. So we've already done 83 revisions already. Seems like we got a little bit of problem. But yeah, it takes a lot to, AI is awesome and has improved our capabilities by a ton, but it can send you in a rabbit hole sometimes too, and sort of make you go backwards a few times. We've learned a lot. All right, here we go. We're trying to push up, going north again. I got a long trade that I'm in, down $100 here, clawing back to break even. Looking for some bulls to jump into the market. My next trade will be a Steven trade. Steven took over the lead spot on my best bot. So this current trade is a mean reversion trade. The next one will be a trend trade, unless this one wins. If this one wins, we'll probably stay with the mean reversion. So the best buy technology basically is a cherry picker. It's going to pick the winner chicken dinner, no matter what. I'm in trouble on this trade. I don't think this one is going to be a good one. We'll see. We'll see. The market wants to drop pretty quickly here today. All day long. It's been a tough one. Steven here is a trend strategy. It follows the trend. The mean reversion is just the opposite. It means it goes exactly against the trend. So right here in this trade, you would have thought it would have tried to go short, but it goes long. We call it a reverse trade, is sort of the simple term. Joe, that's a good call out. I've thought the same thing, and we do have that a little bit because I've seen Sergio do it. Let me see how he does it. Let me think about this. No, he doesn't do it here. Yeah, that is a good call out. We do have it in the back end where we can do that. So I'll write that note, Joe. Appreciate that feedback. All right, close the door on it. The old mean reversion held in there. Woohoo! See if we can catch a winner one time. One time. Got a lot of break evens and one loser so far here today with the funded accounts. God darn it. Another break even. All right, Joe, I'm going to write myself a note. And anybody who knows me, I've walked around factories for years with notes. I was an engineer for a long time. And operators or employees would say, hey, Miller, come here. I got this thing on this machine. Can you help me figure it out? And I'd say, hey, hold up. Let me get my notes. So I always carried around one of these all day long and a pencil with an eraser and try to write myself notes because if I don't, I just won't do it and I'll forget about it. I always tell them. All right, we jumped in another long trade, so the mean reversion held up. Mm. Another break even. Yeah, we have it here, Joe, in the back end. Um, so we can. This is where we were doing it yesterday. He was showing me. We can filter for all these options. But yeah, we can easily put a filter up here across the top. Okay, I'm using my best spot here, and it's seems to be stuck on the mean reversion. Getting a lot of break-even trades here. Down one trade. Had a exit on at line change. I noticed on the last one. I didn't actually take a break even. It made a few ticks. We've got the exit at line change parameter running on that strategy. What that means is I have a we call it a momentum-based trailing stop, and if this green line turns red, it takes you out of the trade. It's the fast line, so the one that's super close to the candle. Yeah, Dan, that's a good one. We do have that ability, as you saw in that other window, so we can do that. I wrote that down too, Dan. Okay, the market's trying to hold tight here around 29,400. We got the tickers up here on the dashboard giving us information. We're down about 125 points on the Nasdaq since the open. The ES is down 26 points. My computer, I'm running the Steven, looks like my number one bot, followed by my mean reversion, followed by the Heikinachi trend tracker, NQ. And then the strategies that are sometimes the most consistent are our ES strategies here. We got quite a few of them coming up the leaderboard now. Look at that, Dan W. There you are, Dan. You pulled in the number one spot. You just snuck by old Alejandro. You got him by a nickel, baby. That's all it takes. One nickel will do it. That's awesome. I was an engineer for a long time, and I had a so I always like was in a leadership team, in team meetings, and we had a health and safety manager, and his name was Dan, and so it reminds me of you, Dan. And he turned 55, so we would go to lunch every day typically, and I said, "Oh, it's your birthday, Dan. Oh, happy birthday." I said, "How old are you?" He says, "Double nickels." And it took me like a minute to figure out what the heck he was talking about. He was turning 55. And I was like, "Oh, cool, man." I was probably 40 at the time. I had no idea what 55 felt like, but I'm getting really close now. Just turned 53, so I'm getting very close to double nickels. See if we can catch a good trade here today. Come on. Running my best bot, so it's trying to do its thing here. Steve. Reading your comment there, Mike, try and internalize it. So I got it into an action. The hottest strategy is taken. It sure was. It's still the speed limit quite a few places, isn't it? Double nickels, 55 everywhere in Michigan for a long time, everywhere. You know what? I was in Texas and man, the speed limit was, I hope I'm not lying. I think it was 80 miles an hour on Highway 10 in Texas. So for a while, I worked in Louisiana, and I-10 goes from, basically, shoot, I don't even know where it might even come all the way over here to Florida. I don't know. Um, I know it goes all the way through Louisiana and into Texas. And once you get into Texas, it's either 75 or 80. And I thought that was amazing because in Michigan, it was 70 was a speed limit, was the best that you could get. Now, I was in Germany when I was 18, and I got to go on the Autobahn, which didn't have a speed limit, which was awesome. Took a little while to get used to, but, them big ass Mercedeses come up behind you flying, and then they honk their horn. You learn real quick to get your ass moving. You get moving really quick. It's 80. That's what I thought. That is a that's like, yeah, baby. We win the battle right there when you get to 80 speed limit. They say there's less accidents on 80 also. Or, I guess less deaths, maybe, something. 85, Joe? Now we're talking. Everything's bigger in Texas. Right there. Right there's proof. I've never heard 85, Joe. That's the first time. Wow. Yeah, I thought it was 80. Riza, where are you at? Where are you out of? Did you say, where do you live? You got 80 miles an hour? Holy moly, you still get past? I can't even imagine. That would be, it'd be hell on wheels right there. Oh, wow. New South Wales. That's awesome. What time is it around your place right now? Like it's 10 o'clock Eastern time here, so it's, morning time. When I've been over in Europe, it's always weird because, people say good morning and it's like, no, it's not. Like that was about 7 or 8 hours ago or 12 hours ago. Okay, it's past midnight, man. You're hardcore. You're hardcore. Do you have to get up and work? Do you go to work in the morning or got holy moly, it's midnight. Okay, that's not too bad. I stay up till midnight sometimes. It's rare now, but it used to be more regular. Oh wow, you got to get up too. Woo, come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's how old are you? So when I was younger, I could do that quite a bit. Now, man, it's a little bit harder on me. My bot's waiting to take a trade here, looking for an opening. Hey, good morning, Mr. Manager. So the question is, how do we make the optimizer and the best bots trade, for example, on the NQ maybe? Let me go into the best bot. I'll kind of show you a little bit of the magic trick that I'm using here today. So in the best bot tab, we really have two sections. We just recently broke NinjaTrader code totally where we can change the instrument also. We had a hard time breaking that code at first, but we've now broke that. But anyway, so I'll say originally we have two sections, ES and NQ. So they're kind of broke up into two sections, NQ and ES. And I always let the NQ bots trade and then use the best bot, which obviously picks off the number one winner. But I use this modifier right here. So this is grabbing the NQ and showing me the best bot settings, the ones that I care about. And the thing that I do right here is I just change it to MNQ instead of NQ. So this sets it to the MNQ, which is really looking at the five or six strategies that I have running on the NQ right now. And it will then pick off the best one, but it'll trade the best bot will trade MNQ for me because I hit apply when flat. So you can do that pull down. You can really trade it to any instrument, but you know it's already set up intentionally for the NQ and MNQ. And I hit apply when flat, so it converts it typically from the NQ is how it comes to you originally, and then I change it to MNQ to trade it on funded accounts. On eval accounts, I usually keep it on NQ, but for funded accounts, again, 500 or making 500 is the goal for the day for these. So I don't really want to take a huge swing. So basically, I have my settings over here that I mess with. I set my session profit goal and session loss limit to what my accounts can handle. Again, they can handle 500, 500, and then they need to shut down. So, and then I'm running two micros here. So it just took a trade. It's running two micros. It says NQ best bot, but I'm really trading it on the M and Q. You can see here on the symbol. It's really trading M and Qs, two M and Qs, because I have it set like this. The ES section is identical. ES section's identical, so you hit modify. And again, I've got five MES right here dialed into my ES best bot. I'm not using that one right now. I should, but I don't. I say that all the time. I should, but I don't. Um, this NQ is just too damn flashy for me. I love it. So we got a winning trade right there. There's a good winner. Chiseled $100 bill out of it. So that's kind of the best spot. So let's go to the optimizer. Let's go to the optimizer, see if it shows up. Here we go. I've noticed sometimes you have to hit this refresh, reload page sometimes. If your dashboards look like it's empty like mine did for a split second. What do you mean by done bots? Um, does done mean they hit their profit or daily loss limit by done, or done bots not included? Yeah, maybe you could add a little more context to that comment, and maybe I can cipher it out better. But this one's exactly the same. Yeah, this one's the same. So you can go right into there and We kept it the exact same. This is a really nice feature once you start to get to learn how to use it. You can dial in right here this max risk per trade, which is super helpful because it reduces the workload of trying to figure it out on the best spot. Like right now, I picked two micros, and the reason I did that is because I know that we have some strategies like the sniper that have a $750 risk. So, or look at the Steven right here has $1,000 risk. So you don't want to take a big swing on that bad boy if it is the winner. It's really close here. It's my number two. My main reversion's coming in as number one still. So yeah, this one's always going to be on the M&Q. That's what you want to keep this one on because it dials in how many micros would fit what you're after. So it's kind of like a recipe up here, and you put in what your what your tolerance is. Like when I go belly up to a poker table, I look for the one that's $5 tables. Well, they don't even hardly exist anymore. So now it's like $25 tables, maybe $15 tables. But this is what that is. This is how many dollar table it is, and then your daily loss limit. You know what, Mike? I don't know. Plug-in mode. Um, that's a good question. Thanks for sharing that. I sure could use it if I don't. Let me see. How would I know, Mike? I gotta go probably. Um, is it when you double click on our Trader Pro and you launch it? Is it one of those settings? One of the check boxes there? Let me do a screenshot of what you just said, and I'll try to decipher that myself later. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Looks like Mike gave us some really good tips out there. If anybody wants to read his comments and maybe take a screenshot of them and maybe put them in Chat GPT or whatever later to I'll say flush it out exactly how to do it. It'll probably give you a step by step of how to actually do what he's asking us there or mentioning. Thanks, Mike. No, we appreciate that. No, lag time's been tough. I think mine's pretty much under control now, but boy, I'll tell you, I've tried a lot of things too. Um, All right, we got another good trade here. Hopefully, we break even or make a little money. Yeah, today I'm running two data streams. I've got money. I always call it money flow tracker. Um, the my funded futures and rhythmic from Apex. All right, another break even trade there. Okay, I'm gonna do another screenshot. Thanks for sharing that, Mike. That could be really, really helpful for us. Oh, really? Huh. So it works good with multiple accounts, but potentially if you have one, it might slow you down. That's interesting. I think it's in that configuration box. I almost see it in my head back when I was setting up that Rhythmic Trader Pro connection. There's a checkbox for plug-in mode. I can almost guarantee it. Hmm. Yeah, I'll check that out. So my mean reversion continues to stay up here in my leaderboard. Dan W has his up here. He's is at $4,000. And Dan W's got the lead spot. Oh boy, he took over the lead dog. He must have reset his Steven here. He's at $5,200 now. All right. Oh, three Stevens up here in the top. Mine's doing really good in the background too. Isaac's got one up here too. Danster's stacked the deck, I think. Look at him. He's got three of them. Man, that's four, eight, $12,000 there. Mike's got one. ES Star. That's odd, isn't it, Mike? That would be your number one bot for the day. Oh, I wanted to ask you, how come your M&Q optimizer wasn't showing on the dashboard? Do you know? Is there any reason that you can think of? It should have shown on this leaderboard if you got $9,000 yesterday. Um, I I know that we talked about getting rid of the best bot and the M&Q optimizer from even showing here because you can't use them, so they're kind of like, it's kind of like misleading almost in a way. And you don't really know what strategy it was using. Brandy, are you on the leaderboard? I get nervous when new people don't make the leaderboard. Yeah, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the game, Mike. It's the name of the game, my man. Oh, Brandy. There you are. There you are. But sounds like you might have had a little bit of a restart action too, Brandy. I'm guessing because you should be up in here with some of these other ones. Yeah, it's Claude doing all that math there, Mike. And it's really trying to fit this recipe right here that you put into it. So if you say max risk per trade of $500, it'll dial you up maybe like 30 or 40 M&Q contracts, especially if it's a small, and it tries to optimize the stop and target. So it'll reduce if the stop loss is at like 20 ticks, it'll sometimes give you 30 or 40 micros on a trade. Um, because it still works within this window. It still matches this recipe. So that's one thing to consider if you're going to be using it on one of these funded accounts or whatever. You may consider trying to use this number to reduce the risk per trade. Ah, yeah, we'll try to get any trick we can, Brandy, to keep you rolling. But it is just unfortunately something that Ninja has. We don't know. We don't know. Um, and I've looked at other trading platforms, and Ninja is the one to use. Unfortunately, I've tried TradingView. TradingView doesn't do ticks. Ticks are it's complicated. All this shit's complicated, but The way the contracts are measured is in ticks, and TradingView doesn't calculate in ticks, so it's a less finite, you could call it. Um, so it's not really meant for us day traders, and there's no other real game in town as far as I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you first get with us as a member, it takes a few follow-up calls to learn how it works and some of the tricks that we do along the way to try to keep them running. Like Mike just shared another one with us today that I hadn't heard of. So there's always little new tricks that people are learning, which is cool. So we, got a pretty big community here. We've got probably about owners of the AI Auto Trader. We've sold over 500, well over 500 over the last 3 years, but active members right now on this leaderboard. Over 100 people have opted in to put their strategies up. That means they're trading the systems pretty much every day. And then some people just don't want to opt in. They would rather not share them or borrow them. But anyway, so we got quite a few people that have knowledge. A lot of people have been trading for years. Let's try to have a contest. Who's been trading for the most years? Put it in the chat box. How many years you've been trading? And everything will be a swag because you never remember like the first one. Oh, the first one is 1991. Yeah, okay. We'll see. For me, it's probably been about maybe 20 years, maybe 15, probably somewhere between those two numbers. Now, I didn't start trading futures till like 3 years ago when I bought this business. Before that, I was trading stocks only. Usually the biggest gainers of the day. That's where my head was every morning. I'm a momentum trader, so I like to go after the rabbits. See if I can catch one. I think I got hooked the first trade that I took. I uh, I don't even remember. I bought like $100 worth, and in about 15 minutes I was up to like 250. And I was like, holy shit! 15 minutes. I'm in a meeting, in like a boardroom meeting. It's like a steering committee meeting, and I just took the trade, and I was in the meeting. I was watching my phone under the table. I was like, "Holy shit! I made like $150 in 15 minutes." I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Oh my god, this is unbelievable!" And I was hooked. I was totally hooked after that. All right, clawed back to a little bit in the positive here. I'm gonna go step away and grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, 4 years, Brandy. Good. How long with futures? Is this your first stab at futures, or is it 4 years for futures? How about some of those old timers out there? Come on, put it in the chat. A lot of people been with us for a long time. This business has been going, I think, for around more than 10 years. Um, so quite a few members have been with us for quite a while. And they were trading before they bought any systems from us. Jumped in a short trade here, the mean reversion, trying to do a U-turn. Market's trying to push back up, and it said, I'm going to try to go down. Downtown. Johnny Brown. That was one of my buddies when I was in high school, man. He's a state champion wrestler, old Johnny Brown. We called him we called him 245. That's his nickname. Someone got a hold of his report cards. This dude's a badass, you know. He's a state champion wrestler at, I think it was like at 145 pounds. But he was a badass and one of my best friends. And someone got a hold of his report card. There was about 300 students in our graduating class, and his ranking was 245. So we called him 245 as a nickname. Man, cool guy. What a great dude, man. Great guy to have as a friend. We used to go to these discos, what do they call sock hops, I think they were called. And man, old Johnny Brown would whoop some ass. Woo! That was awesome. I had some great friends I was a fun guy. But man, they would take people to task. Oh man, it was fun stuff. Mm. You'd be good at that, huh, Mike? You like that idea, going backwards, educating yourself. What do you mean by no care of 401k management? What is that? What do you mean by that? Do you think you overthought the 401k process or something back in the 90s? And you'd rather have traded maybe? Oh, Gerald. Gerald, you know the casinos get bigger, right? They get bigger every year. There's a reason why. They're always open. They're always open, and they just have just such a big pot to lose, and our pots are always so much smaller. So it's like natural progression. So hard. Yeah, I know. I wish prop firms would leave that open where you could still make the big, huge paydays, but now they've kind of clamped down. Like these PA accounts right here, they're $50,000 accounts. I'll have to go look again. I just made some payouts on them, but I took like 540 something on them. Trying to think of what you can get now on these. Might be like 750 per account, where before you just get whatever profit you had. Okay, so you're about 2 years into the futures. That's good, Brandy. You're getting right in about the same spot that I started. I was about 3 years ago. Apex has been the one that I started with, and I've been using them kind of since. But I tell you, it's been a rocky road. they've been uh, they've been a little bit of a challenge to stick with because of their it's a battle. I started a prop firm too, and it's a battle. I wanted to take everybody's money too. That's the goal, right? In a business is to give people value, but also get money for it, for the value. So I get what they're doing, but man, they're a little tough on transparency. But I'm still using them today. I have some my funded futures that just nobody else can compete with them. Unfortunately, in my opinion, the prices are so low, and you have so much opportunity with them. It's so enticing. But I have a My Funded Futures account here today, all locked in and loaded, and I'm still not trading, and that's how it is. It's like, I don't even care about it. I really use it just for the data stream. Here it is. I'll put it in too. It's a, $50,000 account. I'm up on it. I had one, these money fu this My Funded Futures. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was up $12,000 in that account, but it was an eval. So I passed the eval, but I had no idea. So we'll keep that guy up there too. All right, Gerald's got a mixed bag again. That's not bad, Gerald. You got a couple up there pretty high, and I know that ES on 7 accounts is tough, but it's 225, so that's still in range. I'm in trouble on this trade. Wow, Mike's been at it a while, about 4 or 5 years with bot trading. So MetaTrader, huh, Mike? Did you like that? MetaTrader, is it a pretty good platform? Are you still using it? Ah, I see what you're saying now, Mike. You just kind of let it. You did whatever the maybe like the default. I'll take the default settings on my 401k. didn't You didn't dig into it. So yeah, my kids too. I have 401ks just set up for those guys not long ago, and it's the same as I was probably when I was 20 also, like, okay, whatever, I'll take the default package. Just let me go to McDonald's. I'm good. Um, yeah, it's hard to focus on that kind of stuff when you're young. In fact, I showed my youngest, Reese, I showed her, I said, "Look at Reese, you have $1,600 in your 401k already." She says, "Oh, really?" She says, "Can I use it?" And I said, "No." I said, "No." I said, "No, you can't, not yet." I said, "Well, technically you could. You could, but you get about 50% of it. If it's 1,600, you might get 800 to use." I said, "You'll pay a penalty from the government and some other taxes and things." And she looked at me and she's like, "Can I lower the percent that I put in every check?" I said, "Oh, Reese, don't do that, please. Don't do that. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I know it's so hard when you're 20, thinking about when you're 60. Like, it's so hard. You can't even imagine it. But man, if you could, and if you could, and there's a couple of really good like diagrams or charts that I've seen recently. Yeah, I never seen these when I was younger. People told me though. I've always listened to older people, and I've been around a lot of smarter older people, whatever you want to say. And they showed me and told me early on that this is really important. So I had some good mentors along the way. Thank goodness. And I have a big family, and all my brothers and sisters are older. So I'm the youngest of 13. My oldest brother's 20 years older than me, so I'm 53, he's 73. And so I got the crap kicked out of me and a lot of guidance along the way. And I got a winning trade here somehow out of that old mean reversion, at least a break even. So I thank those that went before me and taught me to put at least 10%. That's what they told me. Put at least 10% in for 25 years and you'll be set. So I'm about three quarters of the way through my journey, and I've been doing 10% for probably almost 20 years, probably, and I'm at about 550 right now. But it goes quick. So some days I'll make. Today I'm down almost $3,000 here in the 401k, but it goes quick. It's a market mover. Boy, I told you guys about Revolution. They've been kicking. I've been cranking in some cash on that one. I'm in at a average price of I think about 180, and we're running about 210 right now, and we're only going north from here. This is a pancreatic cancer drug. I've got some Axum. That's another therapeutics company. Man, I'm in this one in the hole. I'm average price about 240 on this one. But this is my ETF, the main one. This is my big dog. Got about $500,000 in this one. So if anybody's out there listening and you're a little bit younger than I am, I definitely recommend around 10% into a 401k. Mike, any other recommendations that you can think of that you wish you would have told your your younger self? All right, my bot's taking a long trade now. I'm up $100 on the accounts. All right, Riza, you're working your way up to the PA account payout, huh? Congratulations. Hope you get there. Uh, I've stumbled right up to the last minute on some. Man, I tell you, it's a damn, it's a drama fest sometimes. I've had some big payouts on the doorstep, and then fell into the hole of not stopping. Oh, cool! You guys were that's neat. You guys crossed paths in the past. That's awesome. Real life trading. That's what this is too. This is no bullshit here. This is real. It's all real. Rory does the same thing. It's what I like about us. A lot of companies that do what we do, they'll show you all these screenshots. They're amazing. None of them go live. Not a frickin' one. Go look at every one of our competitors. Nobody goes live. They're scared to death to go live. You know what? I wear it. You got to eat the dog food if you make it. I like that idea. Push button trading. We have the term now one click strategy stealing. One click, you can have Dan W's winner, winner, chicken dinner. Took a break even trade there. I'm up $100 bill. Woo. MetaTrader. Oh, man. You had it on silver. Oh, shoot. Oh. Hey, Mike, oh, no, I didn't. Oh, man, your Austin moneymaker. Oh, here it is again. Nalini's got it up in here. I was gonna download this thing, Mike. Your Austin moneymaker kept showing up on our leaderboard, and it was driving me crazy. I, uh I'm gonna download it today. I, yeah, so, what we can do, so if you don't have this strategy and you want it, you can just click that button, and, with a push of a button, I have it loaded on my machine, and it will enable automatically for me in the background and be up and running. Fully automated, strategy stealer. Gonna fit that troll in the comments perfectly. Hey, troll, we got one click stealer in here. There we go. I got the old moneymaker, the Austin moneymaker here dialed in now. Let's go look at it. Oh, Rev Rick, why aren't you enabled? There's my Austin moneymaker. Just downloaded one click of a button, and he's up and rolling here. Thank you, Mike. I know that started with you, right, Mike? The Austin moneymaker. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, the old mean reversion for Austin is your most consistent one. That's why we put that reverse trade button in there, or the selection inside the strategy settings, because I was going crazy too. The indicator that I bought, man, this thing's a piece of crap. When I bought this company, it was a trend indicator that didn't work. By the time you got in, the price reverted. I was like, man, what the hell is going on here? Every time the trend starts, this indicator tells you to go long and the freaking price reverts on you. Like, wait a minute, who sold me this thing? And so we put not long after I bought the business, we put a reverse button in there and we started making money. We created this thing called the Nighthawk strategy. That thing was our best strategy for a long time. That thing was a reverse trade on a signal B. So that signal B comes off this indicator right here, is the Laguerre oscillator. And as soon as it pegs out, fully pegged out, signal B energizes or activates. This is one of Rory Power's favorite signals still, though. He's still in denial. He's still in denial. No, at 9:30 and when the market's really cruising, this signal can be really hot. This is so the longer that it's flat, that means signal B is active that whole time. But as we watch this indicator, it doesn't stay flat for very long usually. So that's why this is the Austin moneymaker mean reversion right here, basically, Mike. So signal B topped out. See how that flagged out as like going long, and look at this short trade. Or I'm sorry, long trade. Oh man. All right, here we go. We're up $200 bill now on these Apex Trader funding funded accounts here today. Let's get a full winner and close this thing out. HOT. Here we go. We got the old leapfrog jumping up now, and we got a leapfrog trade here and in the session. Hot. Got a $200 bill. I'm halfway to my profit goal for the day. All right, appreciate everybody joining us today. We have the new update coming out tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to getting it in your guys' hands, having you check it out. and making sure that we've got everything smoothed out today. This afternoon's my job to test it out and make sure that the whack-a-mole here, he won't be able to scam us, but he'll try. That's what he's that's his job, apparently. He's got nothing else to do. Uh, some people, fall into a hole. Here we go. So we got a $200 trade. We got a $200 across 5 accounts on the funded accounts. Had a great day today. Appreciate everybody joining me today. High five, everybody. Boom. Rory Powers will be back tomorrow, but, other than that, have a great weekend. All right, I got it now a short trade. That's how quick it goes here sometimes. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Woo! Optimizer's up 6,000 again. Mike, hot stuff. Yeah, 9,000 on that thing yesterday. That thing might be starting to get a little bit smarter. It's supposed to. That's the goal of that thing is to get smarter. The more trades it takes, the smarter it gets. Will the update overwrite our other strategies? You know what, Mike? The best thing to do, yes, it will. But oh boy, how about that loser? Oh man, shot a gun at me. Um, so it will, but during the download, you can you can when it says when we always say hit okay, hit okay, hit okay, hit okay. Don't hit okay. Um, what it's asking you on those okays is do you want to overwrite those strategies, each one individually? So if you hit no, then it won't overwrite them. So maybe do that as you're downloading them if you want to keep them, um, or maybe work with Brock to kind of figure out another plan. But yeah, I think I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you're going to need the new RLA Auto Trader P and the dashboard file. So it's both. All right, guys. Everybody have a great day. Thank you. Bye now. We'll do the outro. Be some live action.